Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday. I'm here with Alyse, and we're going to do some gentle yoga today. So follow along with us. Take some time for yourself this morning to relax, rejuvenate, stretch those muscles, and do some breathing. Thanks for being here, Alyse.
Thank you.
All right.
Good morning. We'll do a little bit of our gentle yoga stretches. And next week we might try to make it a little more challenging. So, of course, we begin with the roll downs because they're so good for us. You want the toes pointing straight ahead, knees in alignment with the toes. You want to drop your tailbone, take all the sway out of the lower lumbar. Get your shoulders over your hips. And again, knees are slightly bent. So we inhale, stand up, drop the chin to the chest, and roll down. One vertebrae at a time. Arms hang free. Feel the feet, and when you come to an inhale, roll back up, beginning at the base of the spine, stacking the vertebrae. Chin stays tucked. Head comes up last, sit down. Inhale, stand up. We don't lock the knees, chin to chest, and exhale, roll down. When you come to an inhale, roll back up. Head comes up last, sit down. And the third one, chin, chest, roll down. And roll up. Head comes up, sit down. Then we go left and right. So we stand up, turn left, chin to chest, roll down. Only go to what feels good. Don't force anything. And roll back up. Head comes up, turn to the front, sit down. And to the right, chin, chest, roll down. And roll up. Press down in both feet. Head comes up, turn to the front, sit down. And second set. And roll up. Head comes up, turn, sit down. And to the right, make sure the feet are flat on the floor and the weight's evenly distributed. And roll up. Head comes up, turn, sit down, and third set. Roll up. And the last one. And roll up. Head comes up, turn to the front, sit down. Then we're going to stand up. You can shake it out a little bit. And we're going to bring the feet wider than the hips. You still want the toes pointing straight ahead. We're going to do a few squats. So the first one, the arms come out in front and we just squat down, just to what's comfortable. Take a breath. And up. Then we're going to step back into shoulder width or hip width, and we'll try that again. We're trying to get the thighs parallel to the floor. And take a breath. And up. Now this time, we're going to step in a half step, so there's just a little bit of room between the feet, and we'll do one more squat with the breath. Inhale up. Now then, we're going to bring the toes together and the heels apart. And we're going to do another roll down. Chin to chest. Exhale, roll down. Knees are slightly bent. Breathe. And roll up. Head comes up, sit down. Now the last squat, the toes are together, the heels are apart. If this doesn't work for you, take whatever stance you please. But still the arms come out in front and we squat down. When the heels come off the floor, you've gone far enough. Take a breath. Press your heels down. Inhale up. And the last, roll down. This time, if you need an extra stretch, you reach around, grab hold of your calves or your ankles, and try to bring your forehead to your knees. And then we straighten up and roll up. Head comes up left. And we relax. Then we'll do a little bit with the bending backwards. So there again, the toes are straight ahead, the hip width apart are the feet. And let's bring the hands with the palms together. Now you press the palms together. That's an isometric in itself. The knees again are slightly bent. You don't want to lock the joints. We inhale, reach way up. And gently arch back. Look up. Inhale. Back to center. And we'll try it again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll bend forward. Inhale up. Reach way up. You can stretch everything and lock your knees on this one. But when you start bending forward, give a little bend in the knees. Arms stay alongside the ears. And just the torso's parallel to the floor. Reach out with the hands. Press down in the feet. And breathe. Inhale up. So it's a full body stretch. And we'll do it again. Inhale up. And we bring the hands together. And back into place. The warm-ups are working. Then we're going to do a little bit with a side stretch. And we'll work a little bit with some triangles. So use your own judgment on these. The feet are wider than the hips, fairly wide. Then we're going to take your right toe and we're going to turn it in 45 degrees. And the left toe goes 90 degrees. Left hand on the inside of the left knee. We bend that left knee. Right hand comes up. And we slide the left hand down. And reach through with the right hand. And we come up. Now, the left toe turns in 45 degrees to the 45-degree mark, and the right toe turns to the 90. Right hand on the inside. Bend the right knee. Don't overextend the knee. Keep the right foot flat. And down we come. Reaching through with that left hand. And breathe. And up we come. Then we'll bring both feet straight ahead, and we'll just do some simpler ones. So this time we're going to take the right hand to the left toe. Left hand in the air and look at it. And we come up. And the other side. And we come up. And we'll step in. There's another pose in yoga. It's called the mountain pose. And if you're standing, it's a very good one to deep breathe. So we put the toes together. The palms are facing the body, and the shoulders are relaxed. We want to try to drop that tailbone once again. So slightly bend the knees. Notice where you're holding tension. And let it go. And with the breathing, of course it's through the nose, we breathe in and the stomach gently puffs out. As we exhale, the stomach presses to the backbone. There's no pause between inhalation and exhalation. So another breath. And then we'll work on a balance pose. This week I am going to use the chair. So, it's the dancer's pose. So the right, both hands are down to begin with. Then we bend that right leg at the knee and grab hold of the right toe. We try to get the thighs parallel and breathe. And then to go into a deeper posture, we just bend forward and lift that right toe. Ideally, the left hand is in the air, out in front for balance. But using a chair, you can hold the posture a little longer. And we come back. So it adds a little grace. Change legs. We're on the right foot now. Grabbing that left toe. One side will go better than the other. Think about the thighs. Try to get them so they're even. And breathe. And see if you can lift that left foot. And breathe. And back we come. That's a real good workout to loosen up the tops of those thighs. Now that we're loosened up, I want to work a little bit on swimming dragon, a qigong exercise this week. It's one of my favorites and it's really good for you. So there again. The toes are together, the heels are apart. This lines your chi or prana up correctly. Palms are pressed together. Now during this exercise, you want to try to be conscious of always pressing those palms together, keeping that isometric. So the hands come up. We turn to the right. So the little fingers are in alignment with the little toe. And we bow, the straight back. Then the right elbow comes up and the hips are to the left. The fingers slide across, pointing to the side. Now the hips are right and the left elbow's up. And we swim. And we turn the palms and swim. We turn the palms. Now they're pointing out straight ahead and press them together. They go from the left hip, they make a circle to the right hip, and the hips move. Raise that right elbow and swim. 1, 2, and 3. Then the arms come out on the left, come up, turn to the front, and exhale. And we'll try that now. Same thing, but on the other side to begin. This time we turn left. Left elbow comes up, hips are right, fingertips point to the side. The more you bend your knees, the more difficult it's going to be. And to the right. Lift that right elbow, fingertips point out, and we circle. And 1. You want to breathe. 2. And 3. And then we end. You can do swimming dragon seated. And I'll show you what it looks like. You sit at the edge of the chair, trying to keep the toes together once again. And so it's just as you do this, you really press that left hip bone into the chair. And then the right hip bone. Really try to press it in there. And you swim across 2 or 3 times, or 4. There you go. It's much better standing up. Gives your backbone a real nice massage. So then, let's do a few arm circles after that. So the feet are shoulder width apart, toes straight ahead. And we'll take that right hand and we're just going to go backward. 1, 2, and breathe. Go slow. And 3. If you feel aches and pains, then you've gone too far. Then we reverse. And 3rd one. And we change arms and we go backwards. And reverse. And be conscious of your breath. And then both backwards. And reverse. And 3rd one. There we go. And a little bit from Tai Chi once again. So the feet are shoulder width apart. And this is called side to side or turning the pillar. And you take your right hand to your left hip and turn the torso. And the left hand goes to the right kidney. And then as I shift the weight right, I turn the torso. Shift the weight left, turn the torso. And you can kind of tap your kidney. If you've been sitting at the computer for a long time or driving, this is good. Feet stay flat. Wake your kidneys up. There we go. Kind of wake you up a little bit. And then we'll work a little bit with our spinal twist. So we sit down. And the feet are directly under the knees, so there's a 90-degree angle in the ankle. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind you, and we twist and look. Stretch your eyes and breathe. And we come back to center using the breath and we turn and do the other side. And breathe. And back. Second set. Inhale, exhale. And back we come. And last side. We do both sides, so if your right and left get mixed up, just do one side and do the other. And back. Then a little bit for the shoulders. There's a posture in in yoga called the eagle, but we're just going to do the arms. So the hands come out. The right wrist crosses over the left. I guess it's completely to the elbow, sorry. There we go. And then the palms placed together. Try to bring them up to your nose. And we reverse that. Left wrist over right at the elbows. This is a real good one for the shoulders. And we reverse. To add a little bit, for those that would like, we'll see if we can do the posture standing up. So the weight's in the left. And we're going to bring the hands the way they were. I'm going to fall over. I can't do it and talk at the same time. So the weight's in the right. Now the left hand goes on top and the left leg wraps around the right. There we go, before I fall out of it. So that's the eagle. And a little bit with the hips to finish up. We'll just sit forward in your chair and bring that right leg out and drop. Slide it back. And then look over your shoulder, opposite shoulder. And breathe. And we come back. This is a real good hip opener. And we try the left side. Looking over the right shoulder. And of course, breathe. And back we come. One more. So we'll just cross that right foot over the left. And doing the standing up is same posture, but you'd be standing up. And then we'll try the other one. Should be getting a little bit more of that knee down by now if you've been doing this every week. Every day, 20 minutes is very good. Really makes a difference in your health. And there we go. So we'll just sit back in the chair and we'll take a couple deep breaths and relax. Palms are turned up. Breathing, of course, is through the nose. And just empty the mind. Try to still the mind, still the body. And if you can, you try to take 10 deep breaths without letting your mind wander. That in itself is a challenge. So you can try that at home. And thank you for joining me again this week. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel better, and I know it makes Judy feel better. So thank you again.
You're right, Alyse, that does make me feel better. I was on the computer for quite a while this morning before I got to work. My shoulders were tight. That's where I can't carry my tension. So some of those arm things really help. But
Yeah.
it's beneficial for everyone. So if you can just take a little time every day, whether in the morning or in the evening, and follow along with our wonderful Alyse, I think you will you'll reap some benefits. So have a great week, everyone, and we will see you next Wednesday.
And it's also something you can do with your children.
This is true.
No matter
yeah.
what the age. The sooner you can get them started deep breathing and relaxing, easier their life will be.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
And good for their flexibility too. So
Yes.
all right. Well, thanks again,
Thank
Alyse.
you.
We'll see you next week, everybody. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Bye.